and welcome back to the penultimate part of Death End Request 2, where today we'll be showing off most of the things I didn't get to show you on my main playthrough. Firstly being the alternate intro you get after you beat the game for the first time. The intro is in the same structure as the main one, just they swapped out the characters and some of the scenery. Like, look at this destroyed city landscape in the background there. I'm pretty sure that's going to be where most of Death End 3 is going to take place. But this is all leading into the idea of Lydia being the protagonist of the next story. See, the significant characters being like Giulietta and Arata. It's like, I feel like that's where they're going. Oddly enough, they show Munakata here as well, which makes me think Munakata's going to be quite involved. And my reason for thinking this, and I'll get into it a little later on when it's brought up, the 3 extra scenes that are in the game that I didn't get to show because they just didn't unlock, that I've now got to show, because I just didn't get the side quest list, which I think it is only a save specific New Game Plus thing, because the equipment you get for it's too strong, so that's how they handle it. Munakata, just on an off-cuff conversation, mentions the Endbirth plan, making me think that he is going to be related to the next game in somehow. But anyway, that's the alternate intro, and you can see what I mean. Like, it's very similar. Like, it's near identical. They just swapped out assets to be more Lydia focused instead of my focused. But next, oh, I keep this in as well. I've never shown what happens if you get caught by the shadow matter. That's it. You just get a slap, and then it goes game over. I showed this as well because I was annoyed that I didn't get to do it in my main playthrough. But for the next chunk of this video, before we get into the cutscenes and the real gritty of it, I show off all the characters I didn't show off, aka the entire first game's party, and they work pretty much the same as you remember them. Their balance has just been retooled. Like, some of them are more powerful than they used to be, some are weaker than they used to be. As I've been alluding to for pretty much the entire playthrough, they did something weird with Claire, and her Cobalt Bullet can end worlds for, like, no good reason. But the biggest thing you'll notice if you've played the first one and just kind of jump into this, especially as time goes on and some of the details of this game starts to fade away, is the slightly different designs of the glitch forms on this game compared to the first one. Everything has black borders around it now, so they're covering a bit more. And it's the conversation I've been having quite constantly throughout the Let's Play, and I still stand by. Yeah, they decided to change them. In the original Japanese art book, when they were starting to tease it, like we started to see it in magazines and such, they showed these new redesigns of the glitch forms. From very early on, they had every intention of changing the design. And their reason why, you can argue it for the rest of the time, you can do what you want, but I'm still in the mindset firmly that they did it for a point. They did it as a personal reason, that they wanted to just do it different, to try and get a better idea of the sexy power balance compared to what they had, where it was just as naked as possible. And what's even nicer, I can't speak for the Japanese version because I've never really looked into it, but the entire English voice cast came back to do the extra little lines for the cast here. Depending on what character you pick in the story beat, like when you have to send a text out, you'll notice it a lot more prevalently there, but everyone came back. Which is just nice to hear, because when you think Claire's voiced by Erika Harlacher, Anne from Persona 5, like, she's a bigger deal, and so the fact that they managed to just get her on board, and she was like, yeah, sure, like, I think that's kind of cool, that they managed to get everyone on board again. And it's nice, like, once you're done with the main story and just want to kind of messing around with the first game's party could be oddly nostalgic, especially because it's the same voice cast. And if you want to, I have Sheena in her Death End 2 costume, like her new look, but you can have her look in the video game-ified World Odyssey version of her from the first game if you so want, you know, with the blue hair. Which I totally get if people prefer that, because you get so used to her having the blue hair that when you go back to reality and she's got brown hair, it's kind of like, it catches you off guard a little bit. It's a little off-putting. I personally prefer her more grounded, realistic approach, and I like the costume design that they got her for her in Death End 2. I think it's just more fitting to her character to have that, like, slightly more subdued look. Even if she is an absolute goofball, I think the subdued look just suited her better for this story compared to the super mechanized glitch suits thing that she had in the first game. As cool as that was.
I don't care
What's also interesting is that if you listen to the glitch lines, it's the same words, but they sound slightly different. They re-recorded these as well. Like, it's like when you hear it, you'll hear the same lines you heard in the first game, but they will just sound slightly different because they re-recorded all of them, which I just thought was kind of baffling that they did. Not that I'm complaining, because, you know, more like just a little bit more bang for your buck, a little bit something that you might just notice, but I just thought to call that out, that I thought that was an interesting thing that they decided to do. Also, and this is me not really trying to take a jab at the first game, even though it will sound like I am, they've made the glitch attacks for the first game's party feel a bit more worth it than they did in the first game. The first game, like, I felt like all of them were a little undercooked. Like, Celica's was alright, I guess, but it's like, the only reason you used the glitch form was because of the whole 100% glitch would kill you. So if you were gonna try and keep the glitch form, balancing it out without having an enemy attack you to put it over 100% was always risky as hell. And so you just didn't bother. You didn't bother with the risk. And so you just used it to get rid of it, not because of the power. So having it in this one, that they've all just got a slight power boost and just feel a bit more worth it, just helps, especially because Death End 2's glitch attacks are so good. Also, yeah, just like in the first game, Lucille's magic stat is through the fucking roof. You might have seen there that every single enemy there was dead in that first magic attack before the ultimate even hit. But now it's time for the real queen of the show, Claire. Realize I have no idea why they decided to buff her so goddamn much in this game, but they did anyway. And you see, I'm going to try and show it off first. I don't give it the best light, because I just don't have the best circumstance here. But I go for the Cobalt Bullet to try and show you just how ridiculous it is. And look at the numbers you're about to see.
I've got your back.
And keep in mind, this is without...
You're naive. This is your demise.
This is without...
You're in my way.
Okay, that was 106,000 damage off the wall bounce. And that was like first bounce. But this is without the all boost and the magic attack boost. You have both of them on there as well. I promise you, the final boss can die in one turn.
It's done.
The only reason the final boss will survive is if you're playing on hard because of the whole double health thing. But if you're playing on normal, it will one-shot the final boss. It's insane.
Wish it was over.
But after this, we're going to the actual plot cutscenes that we didn't get to show because a series of side quests did not show up, because they only show up in proper New Game Plus, because the clear node side quests, because they give you really powerful equipment, which is why they said no, you can't have it. I am Rin Asukaze, 34. I am the CEO, Secretary and Chief of General Affairs of Enigma. 3 months have passed since our ace programmer Mizunari went missing. Our CEO Werner Glock had called him a prodigy. His ideals surpassed any normal person's, and he brought VR and gaming technology to a whole new level. However, due to his delicate talents, he was rather mentally weak. His bosses and co-workers often worried about him. And that man had created an electrical shock device to prevent anyone from infiltrating his home. He froze the source codes of his project and disappeared without a trace. The only hint we had of his whereabouts was on his PC, which he had left behind. He was searching for a town called Leshiora. After he did some intense research on that town, he'd gone missing. We can't afford to have our other projects be late, so I was given the order by Werner and I alone headed to Leshiora. I should have brought a change of stockings. The taxi I took from the airport had poor upholstery, which ripped my stockings. How embarrassing. There's a hole in my butt. So this is Leshiora. The only information I gathered was that it was a particular hotspot for fans of the occult. It seems like a normal town, if there's a lingerie shop. Hello there, you must be new to town. Oh, your clothes. Are you hurt? Thank you, don't mind me. Wow. I look like I've been involved in a crime. I need to borrow a restroom and take my stockings off. Oh, you're kidding me. My skirt got dirty. Gosh, I'm such a klutz. The only other change of clothes is this. My tactical outfit. I haven't worn these in a while. Mizunari gave it his sign of approval back then, so I should be fine. I pray. You might already know what this is if you played that. Yep. Okay, I'm not drawing any attention. Once I get a place to stay, I'll start asking around for Mizunari. Seems like I can use English here, so I'm sure I'll figure it out. Oh my, there's an unfamiliar foreigner here. Skinny Japanese boy in glasses? Never seen him before. No, I've never seen him. Huh? Is he your father? You're a small child alone. I'm worried. Are you lost? No, I'm just looking for someone. No need to worry about me. Oh yeah? You sure know how to carry yourself despite being a child. Little girl, if you're ever in a bind, you should visit the bishop and the church. In this town, the church pretty much functions as a police station. I mean, they deal with lost children. Okay. Oh well, my disguise as an elementary school student is working way more than I thought. I need to talk in the way I look, or things won't end up well. But bye-bye, lady. Bye-bye. I'm looking for this person. No, I've never seen him before. Girlie, did you want to have some juice before you set off? I came from the next town over. You're looking for your brother? Aren't you a good girl? Take some mangoes. I'm full. But you're only a child. Don't hold back. Here, drink some ice chocolate. The headmistress at Wordsworth is pretty knowledgeable, but if it's a man you're looking for, she might not know. This look isn't good at all. People are giving me snacks left and right. Waiting for Mizunashi's whereabouts. Just cold drinks and sweets. What am I doing? However, seems like the people in this town are a lot brighter and kinder than I thought. But, oh, I need to go to the restroom. Oh no, despite how I look, I must maintain an adult's dignity. I better go borrow a restroom. Hello. Oh, hello. Bad timing. I'm about to burst. I am Midra Dollheart. I am the church's minister and headmistress of Wordsworth. And you are? I'm Rin Azukaze. I have come to this town, the next town over, looking for my brother. Headmistress Midra eyed me from head to toe. Her stern look seemed like she saw through everything. Her ghastliness was like an iron wall, not accepting any persuasion with the look that I cultivated over time. I was holding my urination in and started to sweat. How old are you? Oh, I'm, 13. Oh? I need to use the bathroom. Why? I'm about to burst, so, Now isn't the time to be kidding. The next town over is 3 hours away by car. There's no way an underage child can reach here. I will take you to the bishop. Now come with me. No, Oh. You've drank and eaten foreign foods. I don't blame you for wetting yourself. Huh? My, you sure a unique disguise? You were dressed as an adult a little while ago, traveller. They saw through my ruse? This is Headmaid Shizu. She saw it all, didn't she? On top of wearing a disguise and asking questions around town. Are you even looking for this man? Is that correct? That's a photo of Mizunashi. Why do you have it? Say, aren't you uncomfortable? Since you're unwell and, what a joke. You're a nasty little pig. I have no words. The man in this photo is the enemy. If you're looking for him, you must be one of his allies. You won't get away with it. You better not think you can get out safe. I was beginning to pity you because of your pathetic attire. Headmistress says take her back. I was dressed up not because I was hiding myself, but rather by stocking and skirt. Yeah, whatever. Now walk on. You stink. You stink. Headmaid Shizu tied my wrist behind my back as she's done often, and swiftly tied my thumbs together. Then I felt a sharp point of a fruit knife against the back at an angle that couldn't be seen by any observers. Walk, you pig. These people... They weren't kidding, they're serious. Although her tone is light, they're used to torturing people. Not just that, they dehumanize people, toss them like garbage. I should have trusted my gut, I regretted it, but it was too late. I was tired and lost a way to escape and was dragged down to a basement of Wordsworth. God damn it, Rin! You got kidnapped last game and you got kidnapped this game. Stop getting kidnapped. Don't get kidnapped in Death End 3. Here you go, Headmistress. Oh, this is her passport. Japanese, 34 years old, works for Enigma. The CEO, Secretary and Chief of General Affairs. You look good for your age, but look at you now. Rin Asukaze. Both of my wrists were chained, and I dangled a few feet from the ground. I felt like my arms would rip off. What do you plan to do with me? You won't get away with this. This is too much. Oh, what are you doing with my passport? You don't need this anymore. You think you can get home? You think you want to hurry back to your hotel room? You won't be able to do that anymore. Never again. Shizu pulled out a wielding torch and placed the blue flame against the iron. The iron turned white hot, and fear filled my chest. So, what do you think we'll do with this? Don't move. No! There was a soldering ritual. Headmistress Midra wants to initiate you as a maid. This won't hurt a bit. I'm going to etch a mark on your nape to show that you're the headmistress's faithful slave. Better than being killed, right? What did you do at Mizunari? Tell me this instant. I glared back at her, trying to keep my heart from folding. If you never give up, you'll never lose. Wise words from my father. I should be asking you that. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Damn you, bitch! You kicked me. My nose, my tooth. It hurts. Don't underestimate me. My father taught me hand-to-hand combat when I was a young girl. And then she got burnt anyway. Hot! You bitch! Bitch! Take that! That! Stop! Stop! You peeing bitch! Don't underestimate me, you bitch! Yeah! Yeah! Ow! It hurts! You little shit. My, you've gone too far, Shizu. If you bash her face in it, we won't be able to hear her confession. Oh, I'm sorry, Headmistress Midra. She just pissed me off. No, you'll be punished accordingly. I'm going to take a bath, take responsibility, and dispose of her. Got it? Yes, Headmistress. Damn you. Hey, say something. If you don't want to die, tell me about Arisa Mizunari. Then I'll go easy on you. You poor person. Not a single one of your wishes will come true. What? Bitch. What the hell? Can't you feel pain? Contrary to my appearance, I'm actually Mizunari's boss. It is my job to protect my subordinate. Shit, what do I do? I'm going to be punished. I'm so scared. You've chosen your side. You'll get yours. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! And she was never heard of again. Meanwhile, Munakata, because he was investigating the town on his own accord. Wordsworth Woman's Dormitory. I see, it's an orphanage. Doesn't look to be abandoned. It feels like someone would be here. But no one's answering. I'll peer inside. Excuse me? Anyone home? I don't sense anyone. How weird. Oh, someone there? Children's footsteps. I'm gonna chase it. Wait, you, do you have a minute? They're fast. But it's what I'm hiding under that table. Sorry, I didn't mean to chase you. I just wanted to ask you something. The person in charge of this dorm, may I speak to the person in charge? No response. Maybe I'll peer inside. Ah! Ah! Go away! Leave! A man! Ah! That was scary. Seems like all sorts of kids go here. I shouldn't have chased her. Whoa! Who are you? You have no words that we had a visitor. Oh, I'm sorry. I knocked and called for people when I entered. Hello, I've come from Japan. I handed her my business card. The headmistress-looking person didn't move her brows and just stared at me. No solicitors. Please leave. What? Maybe I act too much like a salesman. No one opens up to me. And they said neither Arta, Sheena, or Rin visited the dorm. Whoa, sorry, brother. No, I'm sorry too. I was thinking. It's just getting busy here. No one was around a little while ago. It seems like this town was suddenly active, A mountain of hay sat in the corner of the room. A black cloth had been crumpled and left behind. Wait, that pattern. That's black. It's 20 Diner. Is this Rin stalking? It totally is. Why is it here? No, that can't be. That's eerie. Yeah, CEO? It's been a while. Huh? Yes, sure. I've come to Leshiora looking for Rin. Huh? A bug on the project? You serious? What's the... Critical? We'll miss Alpha then. Well, I'll return to the airport. There's reception there, okay? I'll call you right back. Crap. That project was something Rin entrusted me with. I can't fail it or I can't face her. Rin, I'll protect the N-Birth. There it is. Are you sure you can let that man go? He seems to have been looking for not only Mizunari, but that shameful woman who wed herself, Asukaze. He won't be a problem. Heh, you're right. There it is. He drops the N-Birth in conversation. The last thing to show that I haven't shown today is the bad ending. When you get to the very end and it's that first fight where it's just Rotti and Liliana, you're going to see me unequip everything and give them the weakest shit, so they don't stand a chance. We say that you're going to see them stand a chance because the enemy just can't kill them because they're so over-leveled. But you have to lose this fight. Rotti and Liliana have to quite brutally die to get the bad ending. So you're going to see me just stand. What doesn't help is that Liliana starts on an invincibility tile. You see, she's on an invincibility glitch spot. So she's going to get a free invincibility. So this is going to go a turn longer than it should. I was vaguely hopeful that it would just successfully kill Liliana before it was her turn. But nope. So now she just has a turn where they're doing no damage until her next turn rolls over. And then she's also in glitch form, so she's got the stat boost, so this ends up just taking a teeny tiny bit longer than it should. But it's alright, she's not going to survive the end of this. And there she goes. Now, we get to work into the bad ending, which is incredibly apparent how horrible it goes very quickly. Keep in mind, in the main ending, only Sanae dies. Only Sanae. And then just watch this.
オルスクラ・エルストリーナ・バルボスデリトル系にバリーダー
Mai has one more thing to say before she joins death on her merry way. So, in her stead, Rotti and Liliana, I will sacrifice you both.
「オルスクラ・エルストリーナ・バルボス」 デリトル系にバリーだ。
All done.
My, I sure love you a bunch. My, I wet myself a little from the shock of having my head chopped off.
They're dead! Dead! The 667th death! Here he comes! No! No! Over here! Marbus! Oh, Marbus! Come to me! Ignore this brat! Possess me!
It consumes me!
Kill you.
As someone who genuinely adores this cast, I struggle with that scene, admittedly. I genuinely do. It just doesn't sit well with me seeing these characters that I love so much just get massacred.
I'll use this.
But Mai will face the final boss alone. There isn't a third fight, however. This one fight is all you're doing. It doesn't go to another phase like it does in the true ending. Also, I think it's weaker to compensate for the fact that you're on your own, but I'm not certain. But I've never had trouble with this fight. Like, even my first playthrough, I deliberately got the bad ending for the trophy. I didn't have any trouble for it. It's got 2,600,000 health, but don't worry about it. You'll get through that health quicker than you think. Look at the length of the video. We've still got the entire ending cutscene I'll be fitting into this. This is not a long fight. The only thing that's annoying is that the enemies around have really high physical agility, so you're going to see me struggle to kill them sometimes, and you're just going to eventually see me cave in and use magic to clean them up, so it's less to worry about. But eventually, all you'll need to worry about, if you're struggling, your main priority, get into glitch form, and then have your turn include a heal, because Juliet's Marbus form or whatever, the attack will put you to 100% corruption every time. She will spam attacks that will always boost your glitch form a lot. So you can just do that. You can use that to your advantage. All you have to worry about is keeping your health up once you're in glitch form. So if you can survive the first turn, which, yeah, by the way, you know, Mai did leave the party, so make sure to re-equip her, otherwise you'll be going in with nothing and then you really will lose. But now you're going to see, it's just going to come back, attack, put my glitch percentage back to full. But because I'm super over leveled, it's not going to do that much to my health. But in a normal fight, it would hurt you. It would do about 1,000 to 2,000 damage. So you will be alternating between attacking and healing. And you just do this. You just hold your ground.
I'll kill
You're gonna see me every now and then touch the glitch spots just for the stat boost to speed it up a little bit, but that's it. This is the whole fight. And it's look at how much health it's already lost. You just keep on doing this, and then it comes back, it bops you, puts your glitch percentage back up, you hit it again, you knock it back, it'll come back to you, rinse and repeat until it dies. You can kind of do it on autopilot after a while. In fact, I'd recommend it, if you're low leveled for this, to set your setup command to just be heal, Rovid Bull, and attack, and then just leave it on that, and then just pay attention to your SP in case the fight goes on for a long while. And alternate something to use an SP item, because you're bound to have a few because of how many you can pick up by now. And you're not going to keep this anyway, it's the bad ending. Once you've seen the bad ending and got your trophy, you're going to be returning to the title screen without saving. Because everything that matters will save into the system anyway, so just don't save on a file or anything, just back out. And that's it. See, that's the whole fight, and so the rest of this will be the ending, and then me talking about it afterwards. Because it's kind of brutal.
You're nothing more than a shadow matter now. The same curse you cast on this town is the curse that now afflicts you. My sister shouldn't have been the descendant you chose. Stand down. You demon! Was it fun watching so many people die? You piece of shit! Did you realize making all those choices, trying to see the death ends? Are you really that sadistic? Murderer, murderer. It's okay. I understand. Come here. I'll show you the deathly abyss you've been waiting for. But it's a one-way trip. You want to say it, don't you? Elstrain Marbus. Go on. More. Good, that'll do. Worship me for the rest of your life. You're never coming back. Elstrain Marbus. You're with me forever.
That's literally the bad ending. Like, holy shit. Oh my goodness, that's what they do with the bad ending. That's how they handle it. They just like, well, now since Rotti and Liliana is dead, there's no one to get Mai back to her senses to regain control of herself with the God of Death's power. So the God of Death just completely takes her over. And she then turns to the camera and mocks you, the player, for making this choice. Calls you a piece of shit, says you're sadistic, and then tries to make you praise the devil. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's fourth wall, and there's like the meta conversation that this game does, and then there's that. Like, what? But yeah, you can tell why that's the bad ending. It's kind of horrific. It's really kind of like, huh, when you see it. We've only got one video left of this project, and it's going to be a very short one. And that is going to be the gallery showcase, showing off everything extra outside of the game that you can get. And then, final thoughts. We are actually at the very end of this, which is baffling to me because I've loved this project. I haven't tried to sugarcoat it at all. I've genuinely loved this project. This has been one of my favourite projects I've done. And I hope that that's shone through throughout the whole of this. But we're not over yet, so we've still got this one small video. But until then, you guys take care now.